CAM dominates the Uganda Petroleum Institute in Kigumba, which is hosted by Uganda Cooperative College in Masindi. The first batch of 28 Ugandans who were passed out after graduating with a diploma in petroleum studies are away in Trinidad and Tobago for hands-on training. Perhaps the optimism to be directly part of the oil industry is what drove them to feel luckier than the over 1,000 that missed the chance when this course was advertised by government in 2010. However, what they must have known by now is that once they come back from Trinidad and Tobago, they will still have to join the thousands of Ugandans who are searching for jobs.
We really hope that everybody can get a chance to get into the oil and gas industry once they've finished the course. However, it's not guaranteed. Because the job market is quite diverse.
The same case will apply to the students in Makerere University who are yet to graduate in the newly introduced oil and petroleum course under the geology department. When government decided to set up petroleum studies to support direct involvement of Ugandans in the oil industry, Makerere University instituted a commission to, among other things, decide what to be taught that would be relevant to the oil sector. That is how Uganda Petroleum Institute in Kigumba came to offer diploma and certificates, and Makerere University a degree in petroleum studies.
Our program has some mathematics units, some physics, engineering, we go a bit into environment, a bit of courses in petroleum economics, but we emphasize mostly exploration and production.
According to civil society, government's efforts towards education are reasonable but still lacking in planning. Failure of Uganda to learn from developed nations like Norway is predicted to be a roadmap to long-term hurdles.
Because we've been crying, the government crying, the people crying that we are training only job seekers, not job makers. So even here you would find, I would actually expect that if we are going to start training, oil training in Uganda, we even have a full-fledged act of parliament, defining the content, defining the kind of people who are going to further training, so that you are talking of a training that is tailored to specific needs.
The insatiable demand for specialized skills for the oil sector has prompted the main player in Uganda's oil exploration, Tullow Oil, to put in effort in educating some Ugandans through a scheme with the British Council. So far, the first 20 Ugandans who satisfy the criteria to receive postgraduate studies are in the United Kingdom, where a cost of $60,000 will be paid annually for them to study.
We are going to offer scholarships in this specific scheme that are looking at areas in petrochemical engineering, in geosciences, in subsurface. They're going to be all these different technical skills, but also we are widening the range to look at other areas that are basic to support the sector.
If we take the cost of $60,000 per person per year as an average measure of the cost of petroleum studies, this puts away many Ugandans who would love to benefit through offering skills to this technical sector. In addition, even for those who have the money, the opportunity may soon not be easily available. The Department of Geology at Makerere University, that offers a degree in petroleum studies, says that the university is going to check on the number of people being admitted because the increasing numbers is causing concern. Whereas the first to be admitted into this course were 38, the number increased to 57 in the next year and up to 70 in the third year.
To balance between the two, the advice you are getting from the main stakeholders about the quality of the graduates you are training, the job opportunities out there, and also to start a program that will sustain itself.
The education schemes that are offered at government institutes like Kigumba and Makerere University, plus private ones like Tullow and other private universities, seem to suggest that for Ugandans to directly work in the oil industry, they must have beautiful academic papers. This automatically keeps off the local skills like those at Katwe, who are known to be innovative. There are no policies to support this small-scale industry that has members without flashy education, but with the power of innovation.
Because you don't think that by coincidence those Katwe people are going to reach a level where they can provide or participate in the oil development process. No. And I'm very sure the companies will take it upon themselves to create an impression that the requirements of the oil industry development are too high for those people. So even what they can do will not be accepted. They will say it is substandard.
This practical approach is what the civil society and the International Monetary Fund in Uganda are supporting.
But even apart from training very specifically to the petroleum sector, there are going to be a lot of jobs for people with very practical vocational skills: plumbers, pipe fitters, welders, carpenters, all those skills. That's where the job growth will be over the next 10 years.
So it is very possible that you will have the guys who have degrees in the oil development, but they cannot be given jobs here, because every company will be saying experience. They can give interviews. If you have studied theory, you will not be able to pass that interview.
There is evidence of disconnection when it comes to the petroleum courses being offered by both government and private institutions in Uganda. This lack of coordination may churn out Ugandans with duplicate skills and in the long run take them back to job searching.
So we are not working together with the universities from outside the market, except we are now developing a master's program in petroleum geoscience, and we are doing it together with the University of Bargaining. It is starting next academic year.
Right now, Makerere is training, the East African University is training, Chugumba Petroleum Institute is training. What are they training about?
Another challenge may be the fact that government-aided institutions do not have established practical centers to back up the theory, hence keep on relying on the goodwill of the oil companies.
Some companies have donated some software to us. They have helped us to put up a laboratory, expensive laboratory, for training our students to attain international standards. So we are working together very well. And they have also helped us to set some people to come and train these students on those softwares and our members of staff.
Even as the aspect of education lies on the table crying to be handled, there is also the rising demand from people like the Banyoro who feel they should come first in terms of training on oil.
So it's a demand for education, it's a demand for capitalization, it's a demand for massive upscaling of skills, which has not happened yet, and of which I do not know that any plan exists to do that. It seems to be blank. So I think it's a desperate situation.
As Uganda is concretizing the two laws that will govern the production stage, it should concurrently push for a stronger and more focused education scheme that will enable many Ugandans to not only get required skills, but also get chance to be absorbed in the dynamic oil and gas sector.